Get ready for Real Estate Best Buys. Buying, selling, building, financing? Real Estate Best Buys brings you the very best buys in local real estate, plus breaking news, market analysis and trends, tips and expert insights, and even a bit of celebrity real estate gossip. Don't touch that dial and don't go away. It's time for Real Estate Best Buys.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Welcome. You're tuned to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tumbarello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
And I'm going to say, I'm shaking a little bit. My knees are knocking together because I think I'm going to have to disagree with my esteemed co-host, Jeff Tumbarello. We were talking last week about finding sources of money to invest in real estate. And you had some good ideas, mind you. However,
I can't wait to hear where this is going.
We talk about this market, and the last 3 years, we've seen a real reversal. We've seen double-digit gains, maybe even triple. I mean, things have doubled in some cases. So with that in mind, doesn't it make sense to leverage what you've got, if it's your primary residence, if it's whatever it may be, if you can pull out a home equity line of credit to jump into this game? I mean, yes, there's risk. We talk about risk. There's risk in not doing it. So for people that are going to, that want to get in the game, they don't want to sit on the sideline. We talk about the best buys here. We talk about the market improving. And I'm not just a realtor saying now's a good time to buy, which, could just be a canned soundbite ad infinitum. I mean, I'm a true believer in this. So
well, you're buying.
I am buying.
You're buying right now.
I'm buying. I would not tell people to buy if I were not buying. So, Mr. Tumbarello, with great trepidation, isn't there some validity to that?
There is, but leverage is kind of like recreational cocaine use. Once you get a hold of it, it often gets overdone. I mean, leverage is a useful tool.
Subdue your passion?
Yeah, and leverage can amplify returns, because I hear guys talking about 40-50% returns, and you're either serendipity, tenfold, or that's a levered return. The issue with leverage is it not only compounds returns, it also compounds a downside. Because not only did the deal go south and you don't make any money, you've got this partner, the bank, right, who is going to get their money or just get all your stuff.
Okay, so let's take a scenario. So you've got some money in a savings account, and it's sitting there earning a whopping 1 basis point or so. So rather than having it sitting there earning virtually nothing, you use it, let's say, as a down payment on a property. If you can rent the property for what your payments are to the bank with your partner, does that work?
Yeah, I'm just telling you, leverage is a scary thing.
Do you know, a wise man a long time ago
Back me up, Sandy.
told me something. Well, no, I agree with you in part, but a wise man told me a long time ago when I was dabbling more in the stock market. He said, learn as much as you can, know as much as you can, watch the trends, know what you're doing, but never, ever spend your grocery money. And I thought that was, it was kind of simple statement, but it said volumes.
Oh, yeah.
It spoke volumes. And it's the same kind of thing you're talking about. Do you let it sit there? What if you need it? Okay. If you don't need it and it can make money for you, maybe it's worth the risk.
The proper term is your unneeded reserves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should be investing, is your unneeded reserves, to do it right. I mean, everybody I know, Jeff and I have at one point, we're not really investors. We were riverboat gamblers.
And
we won some and we lost some. And I got some scar tissue, some great memories, a little bit of money. But, in hindsight, as you get older and you really start to figure this game out, the investing should be about taking your unneeded reserves and putting them to work.
All right. But again, I think there is and the wisdom is there. Certainly, you ooze wisdom and your experience. I just think there's something to be said for not, real estate is, despite what we've been through the last few years, I think is in some ways an anomaly. In some ways, it's just part of a cycle. But we are in a cycle, and real estate has historically made a lot of people a lot of money. And I think there's merit to getting in the game if you can get in the game.
Well, the trends are in your favor, but as the price goes up, the value goes down. And then you've also got to carry this leverage as well as the value is going down, and inherently the cash flow is going down, because once the property appraiser says, okay, here's the new assessed value, and then the insurance company says, okay, here's a new assessed value, then and then you've got leverage on. I've seen people buy homes with leverage that were negative cash flow. I mean, that's no longer investing; that's a trade. You're betting the prices, and in that case, the guy won. And he had about 7 years reserves. We figured it up. So after he put the down payment down and, got it going. So, again, it's what are you there to do? And you have to fully understand if you're investing. I mean, there's some very base questions. How much capital do I have to work with? What's my rate of return to get out of bed? How long do I intend to have it in motion? And, when am I going to need this money again? And what's my risk tolerance?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's huge. Risk tolerance is huge.
And that should be dictated by age.
Yeah.
So that's
like a 30-year-old has a different risk tolerance than a 65-year-old guy, because a 65-year-old guy doesn't have time to make up for the mistake.
Right.
Well, and it's no different than your stock portfolio or your 401k or anything like that. I mean, mine today looks a heck of a lot different than it did 30 years ago, just because I'm getting up there and.
Right.
Senior citizen stage.
Plus all them extra zeros too, Sandy. You got.
But it's a big difference, and you monitor it and you change it as you go along, and you change you change the way you're investing and what you're investing in as you go along too.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I thought that was a valid thing to discuss. I think it's.
Well, I don't think you're wrong, but I think you have
just needs to be tempered a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little.
All right. There's one of Tumbarello and only two of us. So
as there should be.
That's right.
But it's a great thing as long as you use it sensibly,
right.
leverages. But most people underestimate expenses and overestimate rents and then apply leverage to it. And that's the hard. I mean, if you're going to apply leverage to an asset, you need to do due diligence that
Sure.
you understand what the horse ate for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So check in with the horse.
And it better not be your grocery money.
Yes.
All right, we've got to take a break, folks. Stay right where you are. You're listening to Real Estate Best Buys.
Since 1954, Lennar has built over 800,000 homes across the United States.
And here in Southwest Florida, Lennar has also been one of the most trusted home builders for decades. Here's why.
Quality, the best materials, and the latest building techniques.
Value, luxury features and upgrades included at no extra charge.
Service, Lennar is consistently ranked tops in customer satisfaction.
Selection, condominium, coach, single family and estate homes from the 100s to over 800,000. For more info, call today, 877-45-Lennar.
Hi, folks. Jeff Popick here. I'm not only the host of Real Estate Best Buys, I'm a real estate investor, a licensed realtor, and a certified general contractor. I know what constitutes a Best Buy, and Lennar Homes is it. If you'd like more information on a brand new, value-packed Lennar home, call 877-54-Lennar. And as with anything you hear about on the show, you can send an email to 411@realestatebestbuys.com. Need a Best Buy on insurance? Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is the fast, no-nonsense way to obtain quotes on all your Florida insurance needs. Home, flood, auto, condo, boat, life, business, and more. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage serves people throughout the entire state of Florida and shops through over 400 top-rated carriers to get you the very best buy for all your insurance needs. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is locally operated with decades of experience in getting customers the very best insurance value. The people at Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage are the go-to experts at Florida wind mitigation, maximizing your discounts for the lowest premiums. Get a free quote by calling right now, 239-233-8264. That's 239-233-8264.
Escape the pain of buyer's remorse with Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You're tuned to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tamburello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor of Prudential Florida Realty.
And folks, if you've been using your leverage correctly, you might have taken advantage of one of these deals. These are the ones that get away, the Best Buys that are no longer buys because they've been bought. So why don't we get started with our woulda, coulda, shoulda. Sandy, you want to get us going here?
Yeah, I do. I'll tell you, this is absolutely, I think, was in a long time the best buy on the beach. This is a condo in St. Kitts. It sold for $540,000. 2+ den, 2 bathrooms, absolutely gorgeous building, beautiful view right on the Gulf of Mexico. You're up enough, high enough over the mangroves to see the Gulf and the sunsets. This has been renovated, open floor plan. This is a beautiful 24-hour gated guarded building. It's got guest suites. Like I said, it's been totally renovated. There are no assessments. This was the best buy on the beach, without a doubt. Absolutely gorgeous, right in the center of Pelican Bay. So it's not there, and I'll tell you, the next one that's even close to this is in the 8s.
Wow. That amazing.
So, I mean, it's, and I guess I had to say that because otherwise it doesn't sound like it's a best buy maybe when we talk about some of these, lower priced things, but it's all relative.
But it's not about price. It's about value.
It's about value.
Yep.
And this was unbelievable.
All right. And that was a deal. And I've got, hands down, the best buy you could have had across the street from the beach. This was actually in Hideaway Beach. This is insane. Hideaway Beach on Marco Island. A phenomenal gated community with
Love Hideaway
amazing
Beach.
amenities.
Oh, absolutely fabulous.
Golf, they actually have included tennis. Just the amenities are amazing. Gorgeous.
One of the best beaches in Southwest
It
Florida,
is.
too.
It really
Absolutely.
is. 965 Royal Marco Way sold. It was a vacant lot. $48,000.
What?
$48,000. It was a bank owned.
Was it bigger than a driveway?
This is a good
Not that would matter, but
this is a 1/4 acre lot, perfectly good size to build a home.
Jeff and I are both going.
$48,000. Jeff Tamburello is trying to get over here.
I
I'm
know.
a little familiar with the transaction. I've told you about these.
Incredible, $48,000.
That was one of our lot funds.
Unbelievable.
There you go. See
You
that?
sure there wasn't like a 4 in front of that or
No,
something?
there wasn't.
Oh, there's 3 more zeros here. That makes sense. I mean, I don't think we're going to be seeing that for the
I can't believe you saw
foreseeable
it at all.
Unbelievable. Cross the street from the beach in Hideaway Beach, Marco Island. All right, Tamburello, see if you can match that.
We're going to talk now. We're going to talk about leverage.
All right, my favorite topic.
Now I've got a 12594 Gemstone Court traded for $189.9. It is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-story home built in 2005 in Gateway for $63 a square foot. Okay. Now, this is price versus value and the proper application of leverage. Putting a modest amount down, and I did a 5% interest rate, which was kind of high
Very high.
in today's market.
Yeah, sure.
But I roughly come up with a PITI payment on this house with HOA fees of about $1,600 a month. This thing would rent all day, $2,000, $2,200. This is where it absolutely makes sense to lever up and do
Great
it.
location.
Yeah,
too.
and Gateway's amazing. It's one of the easiest places I know to go anywhere.
Yep.
I mean, the airport, the beach, everywhere, north, south on I-75.
Norman loves.
But Norman Love. There's and a new Red Sox stadium
There you
right
go.
there. But you've got an amazing. I mean, saving $300, $400, even in some cases $500 a month on some of the higher end homes due to the scarcity of the rentals in the area. This is a perfect application of leverage.
I'll take 2.
Okay. Well, I'll sign you up. Just give me proof of funds. Let's we'll go find it.
Oh, it's one of those I gotta do.
You mean you can find another one of those?
But yeah, that is the most one of the most amazing, and for a homeowner, it's an amazing time to lever up and buy a home.
And it's still, I mean, these homes, a lot of them still cash flow. For a while, none of them did.
That would cash flow
That
with,
cash
with,
flows
with a
nicely.
mortgage on it.
Absolutely.
Slightly.
And then some.
But then you got to budget for a roof someday.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, you always have to look 10 years
of course.
ahead.
Of course. I'll tell you what. American Home Shield, and they don't pay us to say this, but I think they offer warranties that really make sense. I mean, for a few $100s a year, almost on every property I either get them for my own, or I recommend that these warranties, that with very limited exclusions, you can have almost everything covered for a few $100s a year. You're making a face. You're not a fan of the warranties?
No. I used to do it on all my rentals. Put a little sticker on the refrigerator and say, "Call this guy."
Because
if they don't handle it, call me.
I mean, these things you have to kind of plan for. It's minimized when you have the warranty in place.
Some of them will even snake drain so many feet, and it kind of like hiring a handyman for $200, $300, $400 a year.
Yep. I mean, you have to pay a service call of, a few bucks, $60, $70, something like that. And then the rest is covered.
And some of them are better than others.
Oh, sure.
I mean, you got to read them. But
I had
but
Broward
I think
Factory Service, and I loved them.
Yeah.
They're definitely
I think
worth
it's
it
a
if you get
good
the right
idea
one.
for these, especially the rentals. It just minimizes what you might be in for.
What's known as downsizing. It's minimizing your downside.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right. We
Absolutely.
said that in sync. Great minds. We're there.
Oh my God.
Or insanity runs in crowds.
Or that.
Or that.
All right, folks, it's time. We're going to come back and get into the Best Buys you can still take advantage of. We'll be right back. Need a Best Buy on insurance? Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is the fast, no-nonsense way to obtain quotes on all your Florida insurance needs. Home, flood, auto, condo, boat, life, business, and more. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage serves people throughout the entire state of Florida and shops through over 400 top-rated carriers to get you the very best buy for all your insurance needs. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is locally operated with decades of experience in getting customers the very best insurance value. The people at Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage are the go-to experts at Florida wind mitigation, maximizing your discounts for the lowest premiums. Get a free quote by calling right now, 239-233-8264. That's 239-233-8264.
There's a wise old saying, you cannot build a solid structure on a shaky foundation. Nowhere is this truer than when it comes to the construction of your next house or commercial building. Often overlooked, concrete is one of the most important parts of the building process, so be sure to call the best in concrete construction. General Concrete Corporation. General Concrete builds slabs that are level, walls that are plumb, and buildings that are square. This will save you time, money, and headaches now and well into the future. Call General Concrete at 239-571-1100. for a free quote on any size job. New homes or commercial buildings, remodels, additions, even patios and sidewalks. General Concrete gets it done right the first time. Call General Concrete now at 239-571-1100. That's 239-571-1100.
Of course you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buy's recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Trump or tramp? Choose your future with Real Estate Best Buys.
Welcome back, folks. You're tuned in to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty.
I'm Jeff Tumbarello of Steelbridge Realty.
And Sandy Pastor, Prudential Florida Realty.
And let's get to the business at hand, the real estate Best Buys of today. Sandy, get us started off with a super buy.
Absolutely. Well, we talk a lot about the fact that there's not a lot left in Naples anyway, in the under 200,000 single family homes. This is one that is, it is a foreclosure. It's in Golden Gate Estates, but it's listed at $184,900. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, almost 2,200 square feet. It's got 1.14 acres. They've gone in, they put in new carpet, new paint, new kitchen cabinets, new range, new microwave, new dishwasher, new AC, new condenser.
Whoa.
I mean, this one has been
For under
taken
200.
care of. Exactly. I mean, you're talking $85 a square. This was built in 205. Absolutely beautiful. Entry, paved driveway, circular driveway. This is a great buy for someone that wants some land, wants to live out in the estates and not look in your neighbor's windows. Great opportunity for someone. So if you're interested in something like this, either as an investment
That's
or
not
a
going to be
home,
around. That's just not going to be
this will
around.
probably be gone before the end of the show.
Yeah.
It is a new listing. So give me a call at 239-595-0714.
All right, Tom Barello.
We just talked about Gateway, 1154 Villa Grand, unit 1214. This is a 1-bedroom condo built in 97, 747 square feet. In Gateway, mind you, for $43,000. It's $57.56 a square foot. So you don't really have to embellish stuff like this a whole lot.
You really don't.
Some things
No, and
are
we
just-
talked about the community. So
Or you
it's
could
just-
have 2 hair salons almost. And remember the hair
Yes,
salon
of
we
course.
already
Oh,
had?
we
very much?
remember. You should have
One
bought
of
it.
these days we need to do a remote from the hair salon.
I'm telling
It would
you.
be neat. But listed at $43,000. If you'd like more information, you can give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-694-3300.
Or get in touch with the buyer and see how it's working out for him.
The hair salon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would hope they're doing well.
That'd
At
be
that
fun.
price, it's hard not to make a profit.
Yeah.
It'd be harder to not than to do. Anyway, I've got a Best Buy on Marco. This one has managed, every once in a while, some manage to slip through the cracks. This is 741 Barfield Drive. This is a direct access home, a minute to the Marco Island River. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, built in 1988 on a large corner lot. And again, like I said, direct access to the Gulf of Mexico. $369,000. This is, I would say at this point, lot value, and you get a decent home. It's really amazing. This one has, like I said, somehow, some way, by some fluke, managed to fall through the cracks. This one is, when this one goes, the bar raises considerably. So if you are looking for a reasonably priced home, by any standard, but extraordinary value, being on Marco, on the water, this is it. If you'd like to see it or get more information, give me a call, 239-450-3000. All right, Sandy.
It's amazing. I think one of the nicest communities, established communities in Naples, is a community called Mill Run. This is an opportunity in Mill Run for a single-family home on a 1/4-acre lot. It's a pool home listed at $425,000. This is a beautiful home, fabulous community with mature trees, and it feels warm and inviting every time I drive in there. But this one is on a cul-de-sac lot. It's got a large fence in the yard, as well as the screened-in pool, or screened lanai, I should say, with the pool. Fences are interesting things in Naples. A lot of communities, if you don't already have them, you can't put them up. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is.
Yep.
I've run into this.
I keep the song "Signs" by Tesla is popping into my mind now.
There you go.
To change it to fences.
No, that's true. But I can't tell you how many times we've walked away from a deal because someone had a dog, wanted a fence, and the neighbor had him, but you couldn't do it. So the fact that this one already has it is a very good thing. Beautiful pool, gorgeous area. Again, it's listed at $425,000. This is in the Barron Collier School District. Just a real sweetheart of a deal. So if this is something you're interested in, I'd love to show it to you. Give me a call at 239-595-0714.
All right, Tom Barello.
Got a commercial best lease, some brand new office space, smaller suites, either 1 or 2 private offices Almost looks like when you see like Google or Facebook's offices. Really ultra modern look. A lot of glass, high ceilings, polished acrylic floor that you'd actually think you're looking at the ocean. Low maintenance. All the leases include water and electric, and a Class A building with key card status or key card entry. And we abundant parking, and there's even there's suites available for under $1,000 a month, including all of that in a Class A space, brand new. You could even do short-term leases, no CAM charges.
Wow.
Give us it's the Mid-Cape office building at 125 Southwest 3rd Place in Cape Coral. It's an amazing build-out. Season's over. Everybody's realizing the world's getting better. A lot of people are thinking about upsizing. And, you want to do it before everybody else does. I can tell you the commercial leasing business, I'm very, very busy right now leasing commercial real estate. If you'd like more information about this space, you can give us a call at Steelbridge Realty at 239-694-3300.
You're listening to Real Estate Best Buys. We'll be back after this. Need a best buy on insurance? Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is the fast, no-nonsense way to obtain quotes on all your Florida insurance needs. Home, flood, auto, condo, boat, life, business, and more. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage serves people throughout the entire state of Florida and shops through over 400 top-rated carriers to get you the very best buy for all your insurance needs. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is locally operated with decades of experience in getting customers the very best insurance value. The people at Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage are the go-to experts at Florida wind mitigation, maximizing your discounts for the lowest premiums. Get a free quote by calling right now, 239-233-8264. That's 239-233-8264.
Don't make a move without Real Estate Best Buys.
You're tuned to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for Real Estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick, and I'm going to talk a little bit now with Matt Devereaux of Lennar Homes. Matt, thanks for coming on.
Hey, Jeff. Thanks for having us.
I truly marvel at Lennar Homes in the product that you offer, the communities that you offer. I'm not only a host here, I'm a real estate agent, and I also am a certified general contractor, have been licensed in Florida since 1999. I go in and out of so many homes, so many Lennar homes, and I'm just constantly impressed with the value, the quality of a Lennar Homes product and your communities. You guys are all across Southwest Florida. Let's talk a little bit about some of your communities. Just give us an overview of Lennar Homes.
Well, Jeff, thanks for the compliment. Obviously, we do pride ourselves on the construction of our homes, and we want to deliver a quality product to everybody who purchases and make sure that they're satisfied and really that they're, we say TDH. We want everybody to be tickled, delighted, and happy with their purchase. It's a big thing. But we really have a variety of communities, of floor plans, of specifications. What we try to do is really we try to hit every buyer demographic, whether it's a first-time buyer or it's somebody looking for their retirement home. We want to appeal to all of the audiences that are out there in Southwest Florida, and we stretch anywhere from as far south as close to Marco Island with Fiddler's Creek and all the way up into the Sarasota and Bradenton markets up, 120 miles north. So, whether it's a golf course community or a community that has a lifestyle activity center with resort-style pools and fitness equipment and banquet rooms, like I said, we try to deliver something that can fit everybody's life.
Yeah. And all right, I know companies have trade secrets, and so I'm sure you're not going to divulge everything, but the fact is I've been into your homes, even down here in the Naples area, and amazing value. I go in, I walk through the house, and I see, your subcontractors, like, for example, Conditioned Air. Conditioned Air is a absolute top AC company. So how do you build these? And they are value packed. Is it simply economy of scale? Because I could not, as a general contractor, I could not build these homes for what you're selling them for. How do you do it?
Well, you're right, Jeff. There's major purchasing power, whether it has to do with a local contractor like Conditioned Air or a major company like General Electric, where we buy our appliances. I think that our business partners understand the type of builder we are. They understand that when they do team up with Lennar, they're teamed up with a company that stands behind their product, that stands behind their customers, believes in integrity, believes in delivering a quality product, and believes in delivering what the customer expects. So I think it's good for them to be teamed up with us, just like it is for us to be teamed up with them. And it is the purchasing power. When you do 1,200 or you do 1,000 homes in a local market like Southwest Florida, it does give them the ability to put people back to work, and it does give them the ability to grow their business.
Yeah.
And not only do major builders, but be able to do smaller jobs too.
Yeah, but there's a potential flip side to that. By doing a lot of homes could also turn into quite a quagmire. But that's for an ordinary builder who maybe builds a handful of homes, building 1,000 homes could just turn into a crazy situation. But you guys really have this down to a science where you can build somebody a home in a matter of 5 or 6 months. That's just amazing.
Yeah, it's we've obviously got a good leadership team here in Southwest Florida and throughout our entire company. I mean, starting with the owner of our company down to our local markets. It's people who have a lot of experience. It's people who know how the business is supposed to be run, and how to make sure that the even flow mentality of sales, starts, closings, stays in line.
Yep. Well, I'm a huge fan of Lennar. I say it all the time. It's a fact, and always good to have you on the show. If somebody wants more information on Lennar Homes, how do they do it?
Well, you can go to our website, lennar.com/Southwest Florida Save, or stop in any one of our sales centers across Lee County, Collier County, and up into the Sarasota, Bradenton markets. We'd love to have you. Matt
Devereaux. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Jeff.
You're listening to Real Estate Best Buys. Welcome, folks. You're tuned to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for Real Estate Best Buys. I'm Jeff Popick of Marco Island Realty, and I'm going to talk a little bit now with my co-host, Jeff Tamburello. Jeff is not only a co-host here, also a real estate agent, realtor, if you will, and also, in his spare time, the director of the Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment Association, and incidentally, one of the smartest investors I know. Jeff, thanks for taking the time to do this segment, talking about the 5 simple truths every investor should know. Thanks for doing it.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, so truth number 1 we talked about. You choose to be in the business of real estate investing. Real fast, truth number 2, the market is a pendulum. Understand, it swings from optimism to pessimism. So, Jeff, now, what is the simple truth number 3 that every investor should know?
The future of every investment is the function of its present value.
All right, that's an interesting point.
And that's really, value, not price.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key thing to focus on there. And when you're focusing more on the price and rising prices, other than the value an investment creates, if I buy a $10 widget and it pays me $1 a year, that's a 10% return. But if I buy a $10 widget with the anticipation I can sell it for $20, that's really a trade. You're not really investing.
Yep.
But and you're speculating more than all a trade is a speculation. And for real estate investing, there's 2 times you should not speculate: when you can afford to and when you can't. So,
all right. So
in 2005, many of us thought we were investors and we were really speculators.
I got to say something to that. For my entire adult life as a successful real estate investor, in the forefront of my mind and going into every single deal was you make money on the buy. So I figured if I built in a little bit of profit when I was buying a given property, I was good. And at some point in the craziness back a few years ago, we all know what we're talking about, that somehow fell out of my head. And I then started speculating. And then all the pain of the bubble bursting hit. And I really, for a long time, personally was trying to figure out, what did I do wrong? And it was when I went to your website, the Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment Association website, and on your homepage, it said one of your things was make money on the buy. And I was like, how did that fall out of my head? So this really kind of goes back to that. It's really a function of its present value and what it's. Anyway, I think that's just an interesting point.
Well, there's exceptions to it. If, say, you're aggregating a bunch of land and you're going to zone it to a higher and better use, that's a different.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't tell you. I mean, well, I'm going to buy it for this, and it should be worth this in a couple of years. And in this market, that may or may not be a bad idea. I mean, we've had good price appreciations, but we're still priced below replacement costs in almost every asset class I see. So, I mean, as long as you're under replacement costs, I don't think you're completely losing your mind, assuming at some point it'll reset back to what it would cost to replace it. But, and I point to those North Cape spec houses, they were selling for $320,000 and rented for $1,200 a month. That's not an investment, that's an act of lunacy. If you own it, it doesn't pay you to own it. And it's hard to call something an investment when you have to subsidize it to own it.
Yeah. Well, and the pain of all of these past few years, I think hopefully made a lot of us a little bit smarter. We look again at making money on the buy. We look again at, like you say, the replacement cost. Also, what can you rent this property for? If it can, it may not be great, but if it can at least carry itself, then that maybe that's not so crazy as long as you buy it and it can carry itself, so you don't find yourself in a situation, going into the red to maintain a property. So there are things, strategies you can use to really assess if it makes sense. Like you say, the future of every investment is the function of its present value. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Just trying to stay up with you, Jeff. Your brain works a little faster than most mortal man. So, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, Jeff, find out more information about the Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment Association, how do they do that?
The best way would be go to the website. Go to www.swflreia.com.
All right. Folks, so again, the 5 simple truths every investor should know. Number 1, choose to be in the business of real estate investing. That carries some connotations to that. Number 2, the market is a pendulum and swings back and forth from, if you want to say, from optimism to pessimism. And truth number 3 that we're talking about today, the future of every investment is the function of its present value. And I think the operative word there is value. So, Jeff, thanks for taking the time. Appreciate it. All right, folks, you're tuned to Real Estate Best Buys.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buys recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Need a Best Buy on insurance? Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is the fast, no-nonsense way to obtain quotes on all your Florida insurance needs. Home, flood, auto, condo, boat, life, business, and more. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage serves people throughout the entire state of Florida and shops through over 400 top-rated carriers to get you the very best buy for all your insurance needs. Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage is locally operated with decades of experience in getting customers the very best insurance value. The people at Fort Myers Beach Insurance Brokerage are the go-to experts at Florida wind mitigation, maximizing your discounts for the lowest premiums. Get a free quote by calling right now, 239-233-8264. That's 239-233-8264.
Are you buying a home? You've come to the right place. Here's more Real Estate Best Buys.
Folks, you're tuned to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate best buys. I'm Jeff Popick, and here on the show we talk about short sales all the time. There are opportunities for a long time, maybe even for a long time into the future. It's a little bit like the Wild West. I use that terminology when talking about short sales and maybe sometimes in general in real estate these days. But short sales really are still evolving. And now we're going to check in with our own Legal Eagle to talk about the legal implications of short sales. Mark Shapiro. Mark, thanks for coming on the show.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
Hey, Mark, so with a short sale, if somebody is involved in a short sale transaction, do they need attorney representation?
Well, do they need it or should they have it? I think there's two different questions.
Okay.
Because you don't necessarily need an attorney to do a short sale. There's realtors that do short sales all the time. The problem is that, first of all, most people don't know why they're doing a short sale. They're just doing it because, the realtor said I should do it. And then the people that do short sales often don't do it correctly, because sometimes the realtor's motivation for advising their client to do a short sale is to get a commission. And sometimes there's other people that will advise people to do a short sale and say, we'll help you negotiate it, because their motivation is they want to buy that property at a discount, where an attorney's motivation is to help the client. So let's go into why you do a short sale and why you don't do a short sale.
Okay.
So a short sale basically gives two main advantages. One is it can help you avoid a foreclosure on your credit history. Foreclosure doesn't hit your credit until there's been a judicial sale. So if you can do a short sale, you might have late payments on your credit, but you'll avoid a foreclosure on your credit, and that's minimizing the damage to your credit.
Sure.
The other main reason you do a short sale is to avoid the dreaded deficiency judgment. So a lender has the right to pursue the person that signed the note for the balance that's due, minus the worth of the property. So if you have a $300,000 property and that property is now only worth $200,000, then the bank can pursue you after the foreclosure for that other $100,000. But many times, as part of the short sale negotiating process, you will negotiate with the bank to have them waive their right to pursue the balance in exchange for you doing the short sale.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem and the disadvantages are, one, you have to give up possession of the property to the new buyer. And I say that's a disadvantage because if you didn't do a short sale and you made the lender foreclose, you'd probably be in possession of that property for a much longer period of time. But the main disadvantage is lenders consider short sales to be for individuals that, due to a hardship, don't have the financial ability to continue to make payments. So they want you to demonstrate that you don't have the ability to continue to make payments. So all lenders want the same stuff. They want a hardship letter explaining why you can no longer make the payments. They want a financial statement, they want an income statement, and they want bank statements. So if you send the lender that package and you show them that you have lots of assets or lots of income or lots of money in the bank, they may take the position that you don't qualify for a short sale because you still have the ability to make payments. And now you've just handed the lender a roadmap to your assets and told them exactly where to go after they foreclose to collect from you.
Yeah.
So the realtors that don't have attorneys involved and don't have attorneys review this and just blindly send their clients to do a short sale, many times do their client a disservice and actually ensure that they get pursued for a deficiency because they basically handed the lender a roadmap to the assets. So only by having an attorney review things, and by the way, I haven't heard of too many instances, but I can tell you that if you're a realtor and you're doing short sales, or you're an investor and you're doing short sales, you better have some disclosures if you're not sending your client to an attorney, because if you end up causing your client more harm than good, and they end up getting pursued for a deficiency because you didn't disclose to them that could possibly happen, I mean, you might open yourself up for some liability for not disclosing that that's a possibility, that by sending them the financials, you could be subjecting them to, a deficiency judgment. So, that's, in my opinion, it really, an attorney should be involved in the process.
Yeah. And I mean, it really is such a potential minefield. So it's certainly good to have an attorney, and have an attorney who is familiar with the short sale process to avoid some of this stuff. And there are even potentially some tax consequences when doing a short sale. So as an attorney, you refer people to accountants to even go through some of that stuff?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I forgot to mention that. Yes, when you do a short sale, there's almost always going to be a forgiveness of debt situation where the client is going to receive a 1099 from the lender. Now, in certain circumstances, the client doesn't have to worry about a 1099. For example, if it's their primary residence, currently they don't have to worry about a 1099. But there may be situations where they do have to worry about that, and that needs to be part of the negotiating process to, waive a 1099 or get it reduced, and that's part of the short sale negotiations.
Yeah.
But many times I see realtors taking someone who, first of all, maybe shouldn't be doing a short sale. Maybe they just filed bankruptcy, so they're not worried about a deficiency and they're not worried about their credit. And a short sale is maybe not in their best interest because the two motivations for doing a short sale aren't there. But a realtor or investor, their motivation is either getting the commission or buying the property themselves.
Right.
So they're basically sending a client down the road that they don't know why they're doing it. They just hear short sales are good, and they end up doing a short sale and then get hit with a 1099 when they didn't even realize that was a possibility.
Yeah. And it just goes on. I mean, it really is. Like I said, it's a minefield. It can be quite an opportunity for a seller to get out from under a burden, and an opportunity for a buyer, but it's got to be done right. Mark, if somebody is considering this, they want to get a hold of you to talk about it, how do they do that?
Yes, you can call my office at 239-649-8050, or drop me an email at Mark, spelled M-A-R-C, at attorneyshapiro.com. And you can also check out my website at attorneyshapiro.com. Has a wealth of information about short sale and other topics relating to foreclosure.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark. Thanks for coming on. Always good talking to you.
Thank you.
Folks, you're listening to Real Estate Best Buys. If you have any questions or comments for Mark or anything you hear on the show, you can shoot us an email at 411@realestatebestbuys.com.
Since 1954, Lennar has built over 800,000 homes across the United States.
And here in Southwest Florida, Lennar has also been one of the most trusted home builders for decades. Here's why.
Quality, the best materials, and the latest building techniques.
Value, luxury features and upgrades included at no extra charge.
Service, Lennar is consistently ranked tops in customer satisfaction.
Selection, condominium, coach, single family and estate homes from the 100s to over 800,000. For more info, call today, 877-45-Lennar.
Hi folks, Jeff Popick here. I'm not only the host of Real Estate Best Buys, I'm a real estate investor, a licensed realtor, and a certified general contractor. I know what constitutes a Best Buy, and Lennar Homes is it. If you'd like more information on a brand new, value-packed Lennar home, call 877-54-Lennar. And as with anything you hear about on the show, you can send an email to 411@realestatebestbuys.com.
Of course, you're going to enjoy that free bottle of champagne that Aries Title gives to our real estate investor clients with every closing. But Aries Title doesn't stop there. You'll really enjoy the substantial discounts off closing fees Aries Title offers to our investor clients. Aries Title enjoys working with Southwest Florida real estate investors who help make this such a great place to buy, invest, rent, and sell. The staff and attorneys at Aries Title provide investors with insightful strategies and smooth closings. Aries helps with smart strategies like purchasing property in land trusts and LLCs. Aries Title offers leading-edge expertise in short sale transactions and courthouse foreclosure purchases. Aries Title is Southwest Florida's #1 choice and Real Estate Best Buy's recommendation for expertise in real estate closings, title work, and ownership strategies. To find out how to get your substantial discount and your free bottle of champagne, call Aries Title at 239-530-7111. That's 239-530-7111.
Learn the secrets to getting it sold with Real Estate Best Buys.
You're tuned to Real Estate Best Buys, the place for real estate Best Buys. And you know, folks, we talk about Best Buys all the time. And as the saying goes in real estate, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. But it's always nice to get away. Let's welcome Lori to talk about our top 3 travel deals of the week. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Jeff. I'm excited to be part of the show and to announce the top travel deals of the week. This week, we want to let you know about our best cruise deals we've seen across the industry, the Celebrity Cruises 1, 2, 3 Go promotion. They have extended this event this summer, vacations to Europe, Alaska, and Bermuda. Simply book an ocean or balcony stateroom, one of the 3 destinations, by April 30th, and choose the offer that best fits your vacation style. Free beverage packages, free gratuities, or an onboard credit up to $300. And if you vacation to Europe, you get to choose 2 of these offers.
You know, these ships now have amazing features. What are some of the new features of a Celebrity cruise ship?
Celebrity Solstice class ships feature the industry's first lawn club, a half-an-acre area featuring a lawn of real growing grass, glass blowing on the high seas, and Cirque du Soleil-style entertainment. The ships also feature a 2-story aqua spa with a relaxation room and Persian gardens, similar to those found on several other Celebrity ships.
All right. And what about Deal 2?
Deal 2. Stunning and rugged mountains, mighty rivers, thundering waterfalls, majestic wildlife, and sparkling lakes all await you on an amazing cruise package to the Canadian Rockies and Pacific Coast coming up this September. This 19-day package features a 12-day scenic Canadian Rockies and land tour and then a 7-night cruise on the Norwegian Sun from only $23.99 per person. You'll get to see and explore beautiful Canadian cities up close and personal, such as Vancouver, Whistler, Victoria, and Banff, before sailing the popular West Coast. This cruise package includes all your transportation, sightseeing, and hotel stays. What an incredible value to see the highlights of the West Coast and the Canadian Rockies.
Canadian Rockies are amazing. What are some of the highlights people would see?
You will see Vancouver's major cities, a winery tour in the resort town of Kelowna, journey the Okanagan Valley, and visit Canadians Glacier, Yoho, and Banff National Parks. You'll also visit Lake Louise and travel to the Columbian Ice Field, where you have a thrilling ride aboard the Ice Explorer, and continue to Jasper National Park. You will then head back to British Columbia and enjoy time in Sun Peaks at the Alpine Resort in Whistler, then across the Straits of Georgia to Victoria with a visit to Bouchard Gardens.
Amazing. So these river cruises, they've become such a hot ticket. Why is that?
Well, river cruising is one of the fastest growing trends in travel. It is not too late to book a river cruise for 2013 with Avalon Waterways. You can save $1,000 per couple when you book by April 23rd. Enjoy the pleasure of docking in the heart of town, walking or biking around at your leisure, tasting local cuisine. There's an 8-day Paris to Normandy landing beach cruise on the Avalon Creativity from $24.49, sailing round trip from Paris. The Seine River scenery, along with the romance of Paris, combined with quaint towns and picturesque Normandy region, is ideal for art, history, and wine lovers. Included in your price is your choice of enriching shore excursions, Wi-Fi access, sparkling wines with breakfast, regional beers and wines at every onboard dinner, and unlimited lattes and premium coffees.
So, Lori, I mean, these are great deals. They sound enticing. If somebody wants to take advantage of one of these, how do they best do that?
They best do that by contacting us at All Aboard Travel. One of our cruise specialists will be happy to assist at 800-741-1777. 1770. Or they can visit our website, allaboardtravel.com.
All Aboard Travel. All right, Lori, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Folks, if you have any questions or comments or feedback, whatever the case may be, you can send us an email, 411@realestatebestbuys.com.
Tune in every week for more Real Estate Best Buys. Also, you can make money, save time, minimize effort, and avoid some pain by logging in with our team of experts at realestatebestbuys.com. That's realestatebestbuys.com. Until next time, may all your buys be Real Estate Best Buys.